And there we go. Good evening, and welcome to the show, Spam.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you doing?
I am doing all right.
Nice, very good. Yeah, we're in step 3 right now. We have a new map, and we also have Barolistic as the last one. I kind of want to talk about Barolistic a little bit. Are you happy with that being the map that is here for the last time?
Not really actually. I starting to get good on it now. Takes some time, but yeah, hopefully the last one will be the best one as well for me. So we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we can get a little 25-pointer in there, right?
I mean, 25 maybe not, but top 8 should be definitely doable.
A good solid base to start off the step with, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, at the end, we will have a little bit of a water action going on in the new map. How is the training going for you on that one?
I did all my training off stream. Has been really good. Of course, you can imagine that why are you playing off stream? Well, there were some lines and different strategies that were found.
Ooh.
However, everything was already showcased in Challenger. So the edge of us is probably gone if people picked up on the lines within the past hour, which is a little bit unfortunate if that happens. But yeah, it's been going well. I feel confident on it. And I think a 2x should definitely be in the bag.
Right, so at least a multiplier, which is a lot more positive than you were last week. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. No, for sure. The map really fits my style more than others, so that's good.
That's very nice to hear. Yeah, so you talked about having lines, but in Challenger they were leaked already. Is that enough time for the other players to get familiar with it, you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for sure. Like, they are not like crazy difficult lines, such as the small triangle line in the middle. We saw only 2 players do it, but I can imagine that more people in TMGL will do it now. And maybe some different approaches for the water part. Maybe there's a water bounce or anything like that. We don't know, but we'll see.
All right, interesting. Yeah, I think you are at 12th position right now on the total standings after 2 steps.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that right now? Do you think that's, well, catch-upable?
I mean, I really, well, as you have seen, the multipliers are the most important ones to get. Not getting a multiplier basically, ruins your points in the end, but also getting top 8 is really important. Like, I've had unfortunate happenings that I crash lap 1 and then I end up in position 9 or 10, which is, yeah, very annoying to collect points. But yeah, top 8 is way too important to not get. And I think so far I've not been driving the best. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah, so you feel like you're underperforming on the level you normally are, right?
Yeah, for sure. And that's mainly not, well, I play good, but it's just that one mistake that ruins my whole 6-lapper. And then I drive clean, and it basically harms me getting any points, basically. If I don't have that mistake, yeah, well, then I would have way more points for sure already out of the first 4 maps. But yeah, it happens. And, gotta also get the multiplier in the end, and if you don't get that mixed with not getting top 8s, then yeah, you don't get a lot of points.
Yeah, exactly. I do remember last week that it happened multiple times where you made a mistake at the start, lap 1, and then the pace really was there. I mean, you were catching up to others, overtaking, but if you don't get into the top 8, it really is not that huge of a difference, sadly.
Yeah, exactly. That is my main problem. I've tried to solve it or I did a little bit of different training, and hopefully it's gonna pay off right now. We'll see. If it doesn't, then I have to go back to the drawing board and try some other stuff out. But yeah, I have to see here.
Yeah, interesting. Because I was just about to ask you, is there any way you can prepare for that? But apparently you do have something that you have done this week that is changed from last time.
Yeah, I trained more instead of 6 lappers. I actually did more 10 lappers. So I am
Okay.
more consistent pace, I guess you would say, instead of 6 laps. And then I mean, I already do a lot of sector map practice, but I did a little bit more warm up on the sector maps before the actual step. So that is also a little bit different.
All right. So really training for endurance, basically, on the 6 lappers. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's an interesting approach. Yeah. So you know what? I'll just let you warm up and go for it, and we'll see you after the step. I don't know. The chat was feeling good about this one. I'm kind of feeling good about this one. What about you?
The goal is 3 digits.
3 digits. Okay.
So I need 11 points.
That's like doubling your steps so far, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you mean in total 3 digits? Yeah, I hope you. I really hope you get that.
Nah, I think the only. Okay, like I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself, obviously, but I think the worst map for me right now is still On the Edge, and Vertigo. So those 2 maps, if I don't get top 8, okay, that's fine. But the other ones, I do feel confident that I should get a top 8. No matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Getting points on the other 2 and then getting a multiplier on the last one. And we have a good step.
Exactly.
All right.
The plan.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck. And we'll see you after the step.
Thank you very much.
We are going to go live. Step number 3 of the TrackMania Grand League Fall 2021 season. We're going to start off with Barolistic map number 1. We have a little bit of a format going on here where the first 4 maps is all about point accumulation. Want to get high standings to get a nice amount of points. You sum up the 4 maps and then you go into the multiplier phase, which I will talk about in more detail when we get there. But it is all about getting first to 8. That's really where the points are lying. Preferably first, but anything top 8 would be nice. We're gonna go into the warm-up here. Barolistic by Banano. This is the last time we will be seeing the flippity-floppity Barolistic map. Hopefully the banana has been consumed on time here for Spam, and he will pop it off immediately with this map. He did feel like this is one of his best maps. I mean, no pressure, no jinxing here, but we might see some good performance here by Spam in map number 1 of the step. Get your drinks ready, get your snacks ready, because in 1 minute we are gonna go live. Can I get the people cheer Spam in the chat? To cheer on Spam going into map number 1. There we go. This is definitely... I can already see it giving turbo boost to Spam's car right now. And for every people cheer in the chat, Spam will go 1 kilometers an hour faster. Hopefully he will be able to manage that speed as he is going over this plastic bounce. He does indeed. Of course, has to release gas a little bit because the chat is spamming so much. It is boosting him all the way in this little jump. All right, about 10 seconds we're going to go live. And wow, that was a low airtime jump. As one of the lowest ones I've seen in a while. Can't believe he didn't crash there. Race is starting. The warm-up is over. Barolistic is going to go live. Step number 3 of the TMGL Fall 2021 season is off and going. Plastic bounce number 1. Are my names on? The names are on indeed. It's just everyone is very close. I'm going to up the cars a little bit so everyone can hear. And Spam is currently in 10th position. Not with the best immediate plastic bounce, but you know, pretty decent so far. Currently 0.1 behind the top 8 player Muna right now. Is falling behind a tiny bit, but the pace is there. We've seen it in the last couple of steps as Brent makes a huge mistake, goes into the pole. That's gonna... apparently the car's a little bit much, so I'm gonna pull it down a tiny bit as we are moving on. Spam is already catching up to quite a bit of people here. Binks takes the lead. Thanks, chat. Always having my back. And Spam is definitely catching up. We see some different lines here. Binks and Gwen going for the Spam line, even though Spam is not doing it himself anymore. Goes for a nice low jump here. Keeps the speed. Spam is looking strong going into the identity. catching up to a bunch of people. Good low jump here as well. And look at the speed. Where is everyone? Spam overtakes 7 people in one identity, and only Grenady is left in first place. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the POG in the chat, as he is now only 0.2 behind the leader, Grenady. Grenady, of course, has been performing really well on Barolistic in the last 2 steps, and now is once again in the lead. But here is Spam in second place, although he's now actually getting third place because Binks is in the mix. No, Massa is actually the one who is overtaking. Massa with the interesting line here on the last map. We will have to see if he continues to do this drift line at the warm-up. We'll, I don't know why I'm flash forwarding like this, but here we are in Barolistic. Binks and Massa definitely taking the edge here on Spam in this middle part of the map. But it does feel like Spam has that identity under the knee, as you say here in the Netherlands. And we'll have to see if he can do that once again. Nice amount of exit speed coming into the ice part here. A little bit of a release. Binks going for this speedy line. Can he hold on to 5th gear, or will he lose it? He will lose it, and that means it's about equal with Spam right now. This is good news for him. Binks going up really high. This might be the opportunity for Spam to come a little bit closer, and he does so indeed. What about this jump, though? Who is this? Carl Jr. presses B to boost and is in the race right now. And that is Binks being left behind by Spam, but Carl Jr. went for the overtake, and that means Spam holds on to 4th position. Massa now overtaking the lead in the race. He is going really well. Another great identity by the German player. Takes over 1st place. Carl Jr. and Grenady battling for 2nd right now, as Spam is holding strong in 4th position. Who is that right behind him? It is Binks. Once again, he is not giving up just yet. As you can see, incredibly close battle between Binks and Spam right now for 4th position. Binks going for the lower line. I'm going to switch it back to Spam here, who's also now having to fight for it. Oh, but Binks makes a huge mistake. Pulls a Bran here. Bran did this in lap number 1. Takes a hit to the pole, and he is gone. Now it is so Muda, who is like, you know what, I'll take over the role of Binks here and go for the battle with Spam. Luckily though, Spam takes the edge so far. What about this jump though? Early release by Spam, Muda not taking any of that. What about the exit speed? No, Muda just takes it a little bit better here. Also with a really high amount of speed. The Australian speed master here. And he takes it really well. Massa with the mistake. So it's an incredible amount. Worker is popping it here. Although he had a little bit of a wonky landing. So Spam is back in 4th position. Lots of back and forth here except Spam. He is still in 4th. Carl Jr. not with the plastic bounce. He is now in the range of possibilities here for Spam to go for any overtake. Spam goes a little bit high though. So this might be a little bit of an extension for Carl Jr. as Worker also comes a little bit closer. But look at the speed of the Dutch player here. It is high, but Workers is even higher. Worker gets the gear down though, and that means the speed equalizes a little bit again, but Spam has to make do with 5th position so far. Everyone making this part. Carl Jr. almost hitting the poles, but gets a nice amount of exit speed for himself. The Canadian is in full force right now. Spam with a really good inside line, overtaking Worker and is equaling out with Carl Jr. This is what I'm talking about. Spam is in that race. The pace is there, the speed is there. Grenady is back in 1st place once again, as Muda is in 2nd. Spam has a good ice part here. Good exit speed. Let's go into the flippity-floppities here. Good first jump. Holds on to 3rd place. Holds on to the bronze medal. What about this identity? Gets a little bit of a bonk. That must cost a little bit of speed. It does so indeed. Carl Jr. is able to go for the overtake, but Worker did not get a good identity either. And that means Spam holds on to 4th. Ooh, but it is close though between Spam and Worker, but Spam still on a good race. 4th position. This is a high amount of points. Very nice indeed. Carl Jr. with a really good jump there. Worker with a good one as well. Spam has to leave that be for now and is back in 5th position. But look who is that right behind him. It is Thomas Cole himself. Back right now in 6th and just behind Spam. He gets a nice overview here of the battle. He comes closer and closer. The British man is going for it, and Spam is trying to hold on for dear life, and which is not actually what hodl means, but it is something people say. Spam in 5th place. Goes for the inside line. What about this part though, as Pack goes for the sneaky Pack/Spam line. Not an amazing amount of speed for Spam here, but as you can see, Pack must have not kept the 5th gear. Never mind, here he comes. The Thomas Cole itself, look at the speed, and he is going for it. Spam with a decent identity though, holds on a nice amount of speed and keeps close to Pack here, even though Pack had the upper gear. Still in the race though, although Spam is losing some positions over time. In 6th though is very strong. Grenady holds on to the lead so far with 0.5 of a second. Grenady and Muda really are extremely good at Barolistic and will be very unhappy to see this map go, I'm sure. But hey, you know, only 3 times you can play this map. Then we have Carl Jr., Worker, Pack, and Spam all having a good race so far. Here we go into this part. Can Spam hold onto up again? Not an amazing amount of speed, but hey, not into the pole as well, and that is good. What about Aurel, who is about a second behind Spam here? As you can see, the gap is quite big. So let's zoom in back again to the Dutch player, who is now 3.3 seconds behind Grenadi in this race. Pack going for the speedy line once again. Can he hold on to 5th gear? If that's the case, he will probably stay ahead of Spam, and that seems to be the case indeed. What about the flippity-floppity here? As you're going into the last part. Spam not an amazing exit speed, but Worker is even slower. Can Spam go for the overtake? Yeah, Worker makes a huge mistake, and he's going to lose so many points because of that. Spam says thank you very much and takes over 5th position. 18 points for him in the pocket. Very nice. Massa takes fastest lap and also snipes 8th position. Good news for the German player, but it is all about that 5th position for Spam right now. Very good. 18 points. That's what I'm talking about. Triple digits goal achieved. Indeed, no point loss in this system. So that means Spam is now officially in the league ranking in the triple digits. Going from something to 108. We in, boys. We are in. Alright, good start to this step. I am excited. We have the 5th place, 18 points. Looking good here for Spam. Pack just ahead of him. Carl Jr. doing well as well. The boys are back and they are showing how it's done. Grenadi and Muda though still the strongest on Barolistic and once again take the most amount of points, so good job by them. Let's go into On the Edge. Not Spam's best map according to his pre-match interview, but maybe the momentum is in his favor here and he can carry that all the way into On the Edge 6th lap and beyond. Right, here we go in the warm-up. As you can see, Gwen taking the lead. How did Gwen do in the first? Oh, he did get 9th, which is a little bit of an unfortunate position. And this is what the players are talking about, by the way, when they say top 8 is very important. Aurel got 8th. Well, actually, Massa got 8th. But he got a +2 points, excuse me, for being having the fastest lap. So Massa got 15 +2. Gwen only got 5. That's a 10-point gap. That's a lot. So this is what people are talking about when they say top 8 is still in the format. Yeah, exactly. Spam's threat for map 5 will almost definitely be, if I can get a multiplier, I'm taking it. So we'll be going for the multiplier every round. And yeah, I mean, if you don't get it the first couple of rounds, so you get it later, that's lucky. But the 2x would be very nice already. Alright, in about 15 seconds, we're going to go live on the second map On the Edge. We are still in the point accumulation phase, which has been going successful for Spam so far with the 5th position on Barolistic. Let's see what he can do on the Edge. Oh, the identity, yeah. It's going to be some interesting lines. We did hear from Spam that his lines kind of got spoiled in the TrackMania Challenger series. So we'll have to see if players can adapt or it will still be Spam and the boys doing it. Ooh, really outside line here for Spam. Almost clipping, but he is still in it. Did not lose any speed, luckily. So, yes, falls a little bit behind because of the wide line, but he's not falling behind in a way where you lose speed and fall behind progressively more and more. So that is good news. Still in the race for Spam, although in that 12th place. Ren has the best start so far and had a good step number 2 here. And, ooh, Spam touches. And this is unfortunate for him. Tween gets a no-slide as well. Muda gets a no-slide. And Carl Jr. gets a lag spike. But the lag spike doesn't actually slow him down. Okay, so a little bit of a touch here. This will cost him about a second. But that is not too much for Spam here. Definitely catch-upable, as I keep saying every step. And, you know, if you gotta make a mistake in lap number 1, this one is fine. Already overtaking Tween here, back into 14th place. Tween and Muda are being left behind. Aurel also struggling a little bit. But that is actually a huge mistake. I don't know about that one, though. This, I don't know. That's not great. That's going to cost Spam a little bit of time. And with a little bit, I mean the full 7 seconds here. It is a battle now for 14th place between Spam and Gwen. Gwen also making a mistake in the identity. And went for double respawn, it looks like, because he's like 14 seconds behind. Spam now on 15th place. His run on the 6th lapper is kind of over. If you don't mind, I'm going to zoom in on the Frenchies a little bit here, who did get a really good lap number 1. We'll be checking in on Spam periodically, of course, but as we've mentioned already, it is really about getting top 8. Spam not getting close to that. So I want to take a look at the action here in front between Bram, Binks, and Papu right now for the top 3 positions. Flays does mind, unfortunate. Alright, Bran with a good start here, but what about this identity? Looks like Massa is in the race as well. How is he going to do in this one? A little bit of a drift here. Massa has an insane amount of speed, but holds on as well. Insane identity by the German here. Takes over first place and the fastest lap. Very good job by him. As we can see here, Papu, Bran, and Scrappy and Binks are all in the race. In the meantime, though, Spam, he did get the identity. I should switch over a little bit earlier, as you can see. But he did get a nice identity for himself. Holds on to 15th place and comes a little bit closer to Tween. In the lead, we have Massa still holding strong. What is Carl Jr. doing in the meantime? 20 points for him on map number 1. He looks to be having a decent step for himself so far. And is also in the top 8 race in the 2nd map. Massa still in that first place. Oh, but Carl Jr. makes the one mistake of the season. And we caught it live on camera. This is a really rare moment, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Jr. making a mistake. You don't see it often, but it does happen sometimes. In the lead, we have Papu, Bran, Binks, Massa. It doesn't change a lot here. But we also have Grenadi and Scrappy holding strong here. Here we go, over the identity. Oh, we see a little bit of a mistake here, but not by any of the top players. Just yet. Massa once again with an insane identity. He really seems to be solid on this one. And once again takes the lead. Fastest lap still in his hands. And we see a hugely wide line by Papu here, but he takes the full speed boost. And he's going really fast. This is an interesting approach here by the French player, and he's back into 2nd place after that one. Grenadi once again doing really well as he takes map win and is now in 4th position. Absolutely crazy performance by this rookie here, who is qualified through interesting means into the TMGL, but seems to be proving that he belongs in this one. Doing better than the guy he replaced, it seems like. Alright, let's go for a caster curse on Pack here, as he is now in 11th position. No, 10th position actually. As Kappa makes a mistake. I chose the wrong guy to cast a curse. Missed a little bit. My curses are not that accurate anymore. Let's take a look here at the lead. Massa. Oh, makes the mistake. And that's going to cost him some time. Will he go for the respawn or will he go for the slow approach? He goes go for the slow approach. Hold on to top 8 for him. But sadly is not first anymore. Good pace for him though. And only 1.4 seconds behind. Not bad. Can definitely get bullish once again. In the meantime though, Spam once again with a good identity. And is still in 15th place. Nothing major happening here. Orel not the best lap either. But yeah, as you can see, Spam not really able to catch up to anyone just yet. Oh, going strong here. Takes over the lead now. As Massa has fallen behind a tiny bit. Massa already catching up a little bit because he is less than 1.4 seconds away now in this race. Oh, really strong here on the edge. His pace is strong. He has not made any mistakes and therefore is first place. Bran and Grenadi also doing well. Here we go into another identity. Can Papu pull it off here? We are in lap 5 out of 6, so 2 more identities left. Looks like he made it. Let's zoom into Spam's identity here. Coming into lap 5 out of 6. Orel just ahead of him. Nicely done by Spam here for Team Alliance. Does a good identity and moves on to his last lap. Sadly, he made that mistake and that is costing him 10 seconds, which is exactly how far he's behind top 8 right now. Very unfortunate, but what can you do about it? here we have Bran, Papu in the battle for first place. 2 French players here, absolutely top tier players. Oh, but Bran struggling a tiny bit. Different approach here, but is still holding on. Grenadi is hunting for that second place though. Massa still is the best lap player here. Sadly made that mistake in the identity and is now only 1 second behind the lead, which means he is actually closing in on Papu, Bran and Grenadi. The pace is there for Massa, but yeah, this is a gap that's hard to catch up to. Oh, actually, Spam went for the overtake on Aurel. Where's Aurel? Here. As you can see, Spam overtook Aurel here in the lead. What about the battle here for first place? It looks like Papu made a mistake in the end here, and he's going to lose a couple of positions. Scrappy is sniping left and right here. Carl Jr. with the fastest lap. Snipes 8th position. Very good for Carl Jr. here. Massa ends up in 4th place after that mistake. Not too bad. Spam has to make do with 14th. Which is 1 more point than if he would be 15. So, hey, you know, that's good. That's like 100% more points for Spam here because he overtook Aurel, which is quite nice. Gwen got a DNF. Oof. He is now 16th here in the step with only 5 points. Tween and Kappa not doing too well either with only 6 and 5. Right, here we go into the Clash map of the day. A little bit of a break here for the TMGL players as chat will now be taking over the car. Instruction will follow on your screen in about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3... Oh, I was actually too late. Here we go, Clash time. You can type plus plus minus minus left left and right right in the chat to actually control the car. My tip as always is that there is a little bit of delay. You can check the delay in your advanced settings on the player, but if you don't want to do that, which is totally understandable, just assume we have like a 3 to 5 second delay and start typing right 3 or 5 seconds before the turn comes. You know what I mean? That way your turning will be done correctly on the screen. Respawn will be done by any of the moderators, so that's only me and the moderators. I will be doing that when we get stuck at any time. So if we are stuck, I'm respawning. Here we go. We are live. Nice scenery here on the Fall 2021 Clash map. Going for a downhill. Looking good here for Spam. He is definitely in the lead here. But what is happening now? Okay. As you can see, there is a little bit of a turn coming up. And chat is completely 5-heading this turn, making a perfect turn. Spam could not have done it better. Absolutely crazy. Chat is going full 5-head mode today. We are actually first by quite a bit here. 0.4 of a second. Let's see what we can do in this dirt turn. Okay, a little bit of a wall bounce here, but that's okay. We're still in the race. If we turn left enough, this is going to be well. And it's going to go well indeed. Afi goes for the inside approach here. Oh. Clip. We are Tony Hawk Pro Skater moving it here. And we do make it into the checkpoint. Oh my god. Wicked move by the chat. And we are still in first place. Absolutely wicked. Here we go on the uphill. Little bit of a tactical wallbang. But we are still holding strong. Only 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. Can we make this turn? We do indeed, chat. You are amazing today. What is going on? Absolutely crazy. Alright, here we go into the uphill turn. Can we make this one? This is going to be really tight. Okay, looks good. Looks good, because if we wall grind it like this, it's going to make it. Oh, but the start block. Now this is going to be interesting. Okay, we made it! Oh, chat! What is going on? Best lap by Spam. We are in first place by a whole lot. Look at this. We might be lapping people here because Worker is still here. Right, here we go into this huge turn. Can we left it enough? Okay, going for the outside approach this time around by chat, but that is no problem indeed. We are definitely making this turn. Very nice. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we do make it. We're going to continue here on our journey onto the checkpoint. Yeah, we make it once again. Keep in mind of the little bit of a delay here there, guys. Oh, Tony Hawk. I'm waiting a little bit here before I respawn because this might be safeable. You know what? Oh! I was about to respawn, but this is actually working here. Chat, we are 20 seconds ahead of second place. Oh, but this checkpoint, no! Okay, safeable. Chat, safeable. We're before the checkpoint. We can make it. Oh, okay. Chat, you are so 5-head today. I have trust in you. I have trust in you. We can do this. This is going to be tight. Alright, we have 15 seconds. So I'm gonna let you guys do this because we're not gonna make the checkpoint if I respawn. We are a little bit stuck here. A little bit of a throw in the end. But still, an incredible performance by the chat here. We ended up being in 4th position, I think. Couple of overtakes. But clap in the chat, guys, because that was amazing until the end. If we just cut out the last 10 seconds, that was really good. Absolutely big throw in the end here. But hey, you know, can't win it all. We're doing the opposite of spam here, where we make the mistake in left 6 instead of 1. Alright, let's go back into the TMGL step here. Warm-up on Pole Party is live. Right, Pole Party, one of Spam's better maps. And hopefully we'll be doing well on this one. He did get that multiplier in step number 1 and did decently in step number 2 on this map as well. So definitely promising on this Pole Party right here. Let's take a look at the standings. Spam did fall down to 9th position here with 20 points. Although that is nicely middle of the pack. Cannot really complain about that one. With a good multiplier and some good last 2 maps, this is definitely decent. Right, here we go. Left side of the pole here. A nice race for the lead in the warm-up. But 14 seconds left to go, and we are live once again in map 3 out of 4 of the point accumulation phase of the step. And then, of course, we have the last map, the 2-lappers, the multiplier phase. It's going to be very exciting on the new map. Yeah, cannot wait. Until then, we will have some points to collect. Of course, this very scary and famous identity here of Pole Party. Left, left, right, right. Oh! I should play this, you know. No, actually, I crashed a bunch of times in OGL, so never mind. Let's just let Spam do this. And we are gonna watch in about 3 seconds. We're gonna go live. Pole Party. Let's go. And we are off. Tween going for the safe approach here on the left side. Does not know that there is a jump on the middle or is not confident enough to be doing it. Spam going for the inside line, almost going into the checkpoint, but hey, he didn't. So we are in the race. Falls behind a little bit though, but gives us a good overview of every player. Oh, but we have a no slide on the inside, and it was... I did not completely catch who that was. Who? No, right? Yeah, it was Papu. Papu going for the whole thread, which is definitely slower. It cost him about 6 seconds here, and he's falling behind. Spam in the meantime is already putting up the pace and pressing B to boost. Aurel goes for a little bit of a lag spike here and teleports back into 8th position. Spam holding on to 13 right now as Afi takes over the lead. Okay, we make it next to the pole. Pole Party. We are partying indeed. Good drift here by Spam. Takes a nice amount of speed, a little bit of airtime. Interesting approach here by the Alliance player, but it does seem to be a little bit faster. Look at that. The overtakes are happening and Spam is back in that race. Indeed, only 0.2 behind the top 8 player, Muda, right now. And Spam is closing in on the first identity. Left. Oh, we have a mistake with one of the players, but it is definitely not Spam. We are keep holding on and playing. Carl Jr. with the fastest lap. He is in first place after round number 1. Brand makes a mistake in the jump. He is falling down quite a bit here, as Grenadi slowing down a tiny bit as well, but holds on to 8th position. Spam going for the inside, but I'm also losing breath because this is incredibly exciting. But Spam is still in that race. 10th position for him now, as Scrappy is also in the mix once again. Pressed B to boost and is back. And takes over Spam's position right now. Only 0.2 between Spam and top 8 to go right now. But let's see what he can do in the upcoming drift. Tech God 2012 World Champion Spam has a nice amount of exit speed going through the poles. And here is a full speed player being left behind in the tech drift, of course. This is a story of my life, by the way. And here we go for the overtake on the Australian player Muda. Now Scrappy is the next target. Good nose dive by Scrappy here, probably holding on to his speed, and Spam will not be able to go for any overtakes just yet. But what about this drift as Solary, Carl Jr. with an incredible amount of yellow on the side of our screen here. Very distracting, but hey, at least I'm not playing. Through the poles we go. Spam still in 10th place, but it is so close. Look at that. Aurel has 6 on his car, and he's just ahead of him. Grenadi overtakes 6, though, but look at Spam. He has an incredible identity, full sending it, and he has green. We have green numbers back on our screen, and Spam just overtook, like, I don't know, 6 players. Absolutely crazy in this identity here. Spam is in the race for sure. Only 0.7 behind the leader Pack right now, who overtook Carl Jr. for first place, and Spam is in top 5. Kappa now doing well as well. He did not have the best step so far and wants to prove that he can get some points. He is in the race. Muda is back at it again as well, as Scrappy is also for a little bit on the screen there. Grenadi, the wheel player though, of course, an expert going through the poles like this. No problem for him. But we have an incredible amount of skill here on the field. Just in general, all 16 players, easy peasy lemon squeezy for them. Back in the lead with about 0.4 of a lead on Carl Jr. Afi is doing very well for himself as well. But look at this. Grenadi and Spam are not too far behind. Another great attack drift by Spam here, as Grenadi goes for the airtime line this time around. And look at that. The exit speed is a little bit higher. Spam. Okay. We breathe in and we breathe out. We are still in this because Spam saved it. We are now in the identity, of course, not with an insane amount of speed as last time, but what? Carl Jr. makes another mistake. That's 2 mistakes in the step. This is the first time in history where Carl Jr. makes 2 mistakes in the step. It happened right in front of our eyes. Spam now in 7th, still in the top 8, even with that clip. Very good save here by the Alliance player. And that is also a feat that you... Oh, Kappa! Destruction. Yep, pole for him. He has to go for the respawn. But yeah, what I was about to say is that it is really important to be able to save yourself like that if you do get into the unfortunate situations like Spam got in the last lap. Kappa was not able to save himself, and that's going to cost him a lot more time. He is falling down to 13th place as Spam is overtaking him for 6th right now. 1.7 seconds between Spam and number 1. Back as Afi. I don't know what exactly happened. He probably clipped or something, but that's definitely a slowdown. We are back in 5th position, even after the clip. Going into identity number 4 and a 6 here. Pack is on a whole nother level. We have Pack back from our last season where he was absolutely destroying it on a lot of maps. And once again, the dominant performance by the British player here. But what about this identity? Right, here we go. And indeed, everyone is making it. But Spam has more speed. Comes closer to Muda. Comes closer to Scrappy. Although Grenadi did have a good identity here. And he gets into 2nd place. But Spam is... closing in ever so slightly here to Muda, who did not make any mistakes, but the pace of Spam is a little bit higher after that clip. He is coming back to the Australian here. Over the grass we go, only 1.6 seconds between Spam and Pack here, and that means that even with the dominant performance here by Pack, Spam's actually closing in on him. Yes, indeed, you heard that correctly. Spam has the high pace needed here to come closer to Muda and Scrappy and Grenadi. Here we go over the dirt. 5th position, holding strong here, losing a little bit to Pack and also to Muda, it looks like, as the lead is a little bit extended. What about Tween? He is a decently gap behind Spam here, so Spam can probably hold on to 5th place if nothing crazy happens. Here we go into Identity 5 out of 6 though, where something crazy can happen indeed. Scrappy going for the inside line. Muda is holding on here. Spam with a nice amount of overspeed comes once again closer here to Muda. Everyone making it, but Spam is definitely with the highest amount of speed, and he's really sending it here, giving no Fs about anything, and is just going for the overtake. As you can see, the battle is now on for 4th position, and Spam just has a higher pace here than Muda, completely outclassing him, and goes for the overtake. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See you later, Muda. And we are in 4th position. It is now only 2 seconds between Spam and Pack, who is extending his lead a little bit to Spam, but Muda is just that much slower, and that means Spam is in 4th. Now, Scrappy is coming closer as well, actually. Spam's pace is just on another level here, and he is gonna go for the snipe maybe on Scrappy here in lap number 6. Grenadi holds on to 2nd place, so he is on another step and a half here with 47 points for him already, and on another 2nd place. Wow, absolutely crazy. Grenadi is going insane. Alright, here we go for the left drift. Scrappy is about 0.1 ahead of Spam here. Spam comes a little bit closer, but Scrappy will have more exit speed as we're coming closer and closer to that last identity. What will happen here in the end? Lap 6 out of 6, last identity to go on pole party. Spam currently in 4th position. What will the last identity bring is Spam saving it a little bit here, going a little bit slower, makes it a little bit easier for himself. Pack takes the fastest lap and the win. Absolutely dominant performance by Thomas Cole here, but Spam takes 4th position, 19 points. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely crazily good map here for Spam. He broke his record on... What? Gwen, okay, wicked right there. But Spam broke his record of the best performance on any map on Barolistic, and breaks his record once again here. 4th position by him for pole party. This step is crazy good for him so far. Alright, here we go. Carl Jr. with a rare 1-pointer here on this map. He's falling behind Spam here on the step, and Spam moves into 6th place in the standing so far. That's Spam bullish. Right, here we go into the next map. Vertigo. Little bit scary, gotta be honest. Lars Emor, thanks for subbing. That was 7 minutes ago, but thank you anyway. Vertigo, not the best map for Spam, as he's already mentioned in the pre-match interview. He is going to be a little bit shaky on it, but the map is very different from last week, where we had 2 lappers, where we had to risk it all. Maybe if Spam can get a consistently good pace off here, not too anything crazy, but just decent. If he gets into top 8, would be amazing already. Alright, and as you can see on the scoreboard on the left of your screen, all the hearts are for the top 8 players. So if you cheer for your favorite player, it helps directly. That is scientific data right here, n equals 1, which is proven definitely. And the only thing you need to do is hover over the little TMGL icon here on your stream and cheer for Spam to make the hearts go boom. Here we go on Vertigo, the very scary map indeed. And about 20 seconds left here on the warm-up. Spam will pull off the Vertigo pole very well here in the second try. Wait, did the warm-up just extend? Not sure how to... Yeah. Global warming. Yeah. But the warm-up about 50 seconds left to go. I guess as good as time as any to talk a little bit about Vertigo here. We had 2 lappers last week. Spam did not get any of the multipliers, sadly. But Like I said already, it's a very different map when you do 6 lappers on it. Consistent pace is all what it's all about here. Any mistake is going to cost multiple seconds, which is a lot more than what you lose to just having a somewhat slower pace. We'll see what the players can bring here. Will definitely be slower than the 2-lapper speed that we had last week. All right, here we go. Wicked. What? Huh? Was this like a nose bug on the back wheels? I've never seen that before in my life. All right, here we go. Race is starting. Spam absolutely wicked in the warm-up. Let's see what he can do in the actual race on Vertigo. Map 4 out of 5, the last map where we are accumulating points. And next map, we will be going into the multiplier phase. Spam not with the strongest start here. Although this has been a team so far where his starts are not the best. And then he just starts pressing B to boost and he catches up and he is in that top 8. Let's see if we can do that again. Already going for some overtakes here. Nice amount of speed over the poles. Indeed, he's a little bit faster than everybody else and comes a little bit closer. Small release here to make sure that he makes a turn. But what about this double pole turn? And a lot of saving is being done here by everyone, including Spam here, who has a nice first pole, but saves it a little bit on the second one, and therefore loses some time compared to the other players. Still in the race though, and no huge mistakes yet, except for Worker, who is already going for a respawn somewhere. He is 10 seconds behind. Onto the second pole we go, and everybody is making it nicely. But what about this identity? Very scary indeed. Spam already struggling a little bit, but is sticking to it. Oh, a little bit of a clip here, and that means he will go for the jump here, but yeah, that's going to cost him some time. Definitely not the pace that you'd like to see here, but also catch-upable. Catch-upable Copium. Here we go into second lap. Massa with the fastest lap so far is already taking over the lead with 0.15 of a second. Ooh, Spam barely making it, but decent here. Falls behind a little bit though. About 2 seconds between him and Grenadi right now. Who Grenadi, by the way, is in 8th position. This is what the number 2.0 is talking about here at the bottom of our screen. It is the time between Spam and top 8. Spam has to start pushing it right now. He's still in the race, even though he is in 15th place. And that was a decent pole part by him. Will definitely catch up to some of the players here, I am sure. Right, here we go over the entering cut part. Indeed, he comes a little bit closer. And is now only 1.8 seconds behind top 8. Over the next part we go, and Spam is still risking it for the biscuit as he has to for any amount of points. Really nothing to lose here. You can kind of just go all in if you are Spam right now, and he is doing so. 1.9 seconds now between him and top 8. Carl Jr. has made a mistake and is falling behind a little bit. Afi, Peck, Binks, and Worker are already being left behind. They made mistakes in the identity, and Spam has overtaken them happily. That is good news indeed. 1.7 between him and top 8 now. And the timer is definitely going lower and lower here. Spam is picking up that pace on Vertigo. We are only in lap 3 out of 6. There's a lot of laps left. Bran in the lead. Massa in second place by a quarter of a second here between him and Bran. Over the poles we go. Spam nicely inside. Look at that. That's what you love to see. Absolutely great here on this pole part. And look at that, the exit speed is crazy. The gap is closing in. Tween now is closing the gates here, but Spam is coming closer. Only 1.1 second between him and top 8 now. Okay, falling behind a little bit after this pole, but definitely catching up for Spam. And coming closer and closer to that top 8. Good identity here by him as well. The pace is here. There's once again really not a lot to lose. And Spam is in 9th right now. So many mistakes here, which we cannot really see because the gap is a little bit big. But Afi, Binks, Bran, Carl Jr., Beck, Kappa, Worker have all made mistakes. All behind Spam now. And yes, he is 1 second behind Tween for top 8. With only one mistake by any of the top 8 players, and he is in the race. This is definitely a hopium and a half right here. Only 1 second left. Oh, Gwen going for the respawn. Look at that. Gwen is now in 7th place and only a little bit behind of Spam here. Ahead, not behead. Oh boy, that would be... that's not... This game is not... No, this is TrackMania. This is not something else. So, yeah. Decent here for Spam. Definitely looking good here, as we are currently halfway through this map. And Spam is in 9th place. Gwen going for it. Wow. That was an identity. Ooh, but look at that. It is Afi. Ooh, Spam with a little bit of an unfortunate landing here. Losing some time. Afi is back in the race. Spam has to give away his 9th place here to Afi. And now he's still only 1 second behind top 8. Which is currently Tweet. Binks right now is in the 11th position, more than a second behind Spam, so that is quite safe here. Don't think he can pull an Afi like Afi just did and go for any overtakes. Spam is quite solidly in 10th position here, actually going for the attack on Afi as well. As you can see, comes closer and closer here to the number 1 on the leaderboard, Afi, who struggles on this pole part, and Spam leaves him behind. See you later, number 1 on the scoreboard. I don't care, I'm just gonna overtake you. Spam now back in 9th position. Half a second between him and Gwen, who is currently closing the gates here of the top 8. Spam is hunting for the green letters on the screen. The green numbers, actually. Well, green number. And it is indeed green. We have another mistake here. Grenadi made a mistake in the identity. I'm not catching any of these because they are so far ahead. But yeah, they keep making mistakes, and that is just... Spam is taking advantage of this one. And we are now back in top 8. Can I get some more people cheer Spams here in the chat? Because every people cheer Spam will give Spam 1 extra kilometers an hour on his speedometer here. Hopefully that's not too many here over the polls. If so, I'm blaming chat. Tween makes a mistake. And oh no, chat spam. People cheer Spam too much. And Spam cannot handle the speed. He goes off the polls. Again. Oh, chat, what did you do? Oh boy, yeah, well, this race is definitely over now. 15 for Spam here. Well, unlucky. In lap 6 here. Sorry, chat. I shouldn't have done that one. 15 seconds behind now. Very unfortunate. It is Massa who takes the double banger here. 25 points for him. Fastest lap as well. 27. Absolutely insane performance by Massa. Papu with a nice 2nd place. Scrappy, Muda, Aurel, Gwen, Afi, and Binks. All of them banking good amount of points. Spam has to make do with only 1. Getting 40 points for himself. Going into the multiplier phase. Which, that's okay. You know, it's not too bad indeed. And if he can... multiply his points here, it would be very nice. 2 good maps, 2 not so good maps. Decent normal step here. But what about this multiplier? Let's quickly forget about that lap 6 here. Spam did really well on the other 5. A little bit of a clip, but other than that, he did well. Alright, and here we go. On to the last map. Let's take a look at Pool Slide. Alrighty, Pool Slide it is indeed. And players are warming up on it right now. Triangle for Spam here. Yeah, what can you say? Some interesting approaches here. Spam already mentioned different lines by him. Although they were spoiled in the TrackMania Challenger series. So we'll have to see who is all going for this. We have some... Wow, okay. Everyone is doing something different here. We have water bounces, and we have drift lines, and we have release lines, and we have... This water is just making this line incredibly interesting, and we'll have to see who goes for what here. The safe approach here by Spam for this triangle, but what about this identity? Right outside on the end here by Spam. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. We already saw Massa do it, and Spam has trained this as well. We have an approach here to take the booster on the left side. That is a pork move indeed. All right, here we go. The first multiplier to be given away. We have 8 multipliers to be given away. We have a couple of 2x's at the start. We move on to a 3x multiplier of the points you've gained in the Forest 4 maps. Then 4x, and there's one 4x and one 5x at the end, which is really where you want to be. But of course, are you really going to give away a 2x if it's in your hands here? The player who gets number 1 after the 2 laps gets the multiplier. And right now, this player is called Tweed. Although we'll have to see if he can hold on to that position. Massa, DNS immediately. He's like, no way, I'm going for the 5x here. Afi goes for the speed. And he is, well, almost first. But then Tweed also makes a mistake. And Thomas Cole is taking the lead. Spack has 65 points. Would be very happy with a nice 2x here. This definitely would pop it up here. And give him a good triple-digit step. Water bounce. But Spam isn't taking none of this. He is going for the water slide approach. Okay, interesting. Carl Jr. takes a water slide the best here. But what about this outside line? Takes more speed. We have different approaches here. Scrappy taking beat a boost. He is in first place, but oh, he falls away. And now it is Spam who is on his way to potentially getting the 2x multiplier here. Not going for any boosters on the left side. Afi, first place. Pack in second. Oh, but Spam clips on the inside, says bye-bye to his first multiplier attempt. Let's zoom in on the top players, though, because Spam is definitely not in the race anymore. Can Afi lock in the 2x multiplier and get an okay step for him? Or will it be Pack who takes over the lead right now? Afi going for the outside approach here. Dirt Master Afi himself. Oh, beautifully done. Leaves Pack behind because Pack also gets some airtime. But he's still back in the race because Afi jumps really high. What? Pack clips the triangle for some reason. And he's going further and further behind. Afi honestly gets kind of a free 2x here. The pace is high. Everyone else making mistakes. It is all up to Afi here to lock this multiplier in. And I'm sure he's just going to take it. 38 points is decent. A 2x multiplier would be fine. Nope. Nope. He makes the mistake. Who is it going to be? Is it Carl Jr., who is now taking over the lead here? Gets the multiplier handed to him. Only, quote-unquote, 42 points for Carl Jr. here, but Afi goes for the inside line. No, it is going to be Carl Jr. Afi was trying to get it, but no. It is Carl Jr. who takes the multiplier, gets 42 points, and multiplied to 84 points. Which I guess is an okay step for Carl Jr. here. Not really putting himself really up high in the league ranking, but definitely solid. 84 points for him. Here we go, into the next multiplier attempt. We have another 2x multiplier to go. This is multiplier 2. Sorry, this is the second out of 4 2x multipliers. There we go. Numbers. They are hard. We already see a high pace on Spam here in the first round. He did make a tiny bit of a mistake, which is unfortunate, but it is promising at least to say that Spam does look... It looks like he has the pace to lock in at least one of the multipliers here. Afi once again with a different line, going for the outside dirt approach, but it goes for the high jump and once again loses the speed, but gives him first place though. Triangle approach by some of the players. Definitely seems to be faster, better grass line for the players who are going through the triangle. So Spam already closing in a little bit. He is only 0.2 seconds behind. What about this drift approach here? Massa going for it. Papu has it the best, but Spam takes it really well here. Going for some overtakes. Low jump here as well. Afi clips the checkpoint. That's going to cost him some time. Yeah, inside approach here by Spam, but too much inside. He's going to go for the respawn, but this is probably the multiplier attempt over here. It is now between Papu and Afi for this multiplier once again. Afi, who is either taking the multiplier or is in the race with the multiplier. Basically every step, every round, every time. I don't know what he is doing, but the 2x's are really his format. And he is once again in the race for it. What a beast. Papu, though, looking to get his 43 points multiplied. And if he gets the 2x, he will barely edge out on Carl Jr. Here we see the approach by Afi working. How did he not touch the wall? Wow. That is just a millimeter between him and the wall right there. But, you know, Hille says no wall bounces, and Afi is not doing it. Right, here we go over the water here. Oh, Afi gets the grip too late, takes the wall bang. This time around, he actually does do it. And now Papu is in a solid position here to take the 2x. If he can just take it safe. I don't know if he knows, but he can take it safe in the end here. Does look like he is taking it safe. Will lock in the 2x multiplier. 42 times the beating Carl Jr. here with 2 points in the step. Very nice by Papu here. All right. Here we go. Takes the lead in the step ranking so far with 86 points. But look at that. Massa and Grenadi already in the 70s. And they don't even have a multiplier yet. Absolutely insane performance by those German players. But can they get any of the multipliers? Or will Spam yoink this one? The 2x is up for grabs here. 6 multipliers left to be given away. Papu and Carl Jr. already claimed theirs. Good start here by the Alliance player. Goes nicely over the water as Grenadi or Massa, I keep confusing the cars a little bit, makes a mistake. Here comes Afi once again. This dirt approach does seem to be a little bit better. I'm not completely sure, but yeah, it's about equal. Thomas Goldo going for the triangle approach. Leaves a little bit of speed on the table here for Afi to take. And now Peck is the one who's going for the outside dirt approach. Probably does that to take the water bounce with a high amount of speed, but that did not pay off for him. Definitely did not pay off for him as he makes the mistake. Spam going for the outside approach here. Afi is in the lead. Spam has more speed. Has to go for the drift though. Outside approaches here by Binks and Scrappy. This is paying off for them. But Spam is definitely still in the race. Takes a good identity here. What about the extra speed on this one? Very good. And look. Okay, I can just record a message here saying that, okay, Afi is in the race for the multiplier. Okay, there we go. So I don't have to talk that much anymore in the 2x multiplier race, because once again, Afi is in the race for the multiplier. This time around, though, Spam is also in it together with Scrappy, and we have the underdog here with Grenadi. Well, not really the underdog of the step, but the underdog of this race, as Spam has a really nice approach here. Takes a bit of airtime, though, and that's going to cost him some time. This is going to be tight. Afi, Grenadi, and Spam are battling it out for the 2x multiplier, but Spam is on the speed. He is on his way to getting the 2x. 40 points times 2 would be very nice. 80 points, but oh, he makes the mistake and he clips. That's going to cost him some time, but look at this. He's kind of still in it a little bit. No. Definitely not. Afi and Grenadi. Who is it going to be? It is between these two players right now. Grenadi gets a better approach. Let's switch it up to Afi, who gets the... Ooh, he loses grip. Grenadi also not with the best identity here. There's an opportunity here for Buddha to come back, but it does look like Grenadi is just going to lock it in here. 72 times 2, dabbing on the hazers by Grenadi. Absolutely great step for him. And he is just popping it up here in the score. Whoa. Grenadi is so good in his first season. And once again with an insane step. He is first on the leaderboard right now, but if Afi gets a multiplier, he once again will be taking the lead over. But Grenadi is strong. Absolutely, actually great. Really great. Right, here we go. This is the last 2x here. Spam's approach, as we've already known, is going for the 2x. But if he doesn't get the 2x, it was planned all along. And he is going for the 3x. But what about this 2x though? Can he get it? Alright, decent start here for Spam. Not the best, but in the race. Tween takes the lead so far. Over the grass we go. Pack takes over the lead from Tween, although it is very close. Once again, Pack going for the outside approach to get as much speed as possible for that water bounce. Interesting to see that people are doing different lines here. Oh, Spam. Not with the best exit speed, but Pack goes too far inside and he touches the wall. Falls behind. And it is... oh, let's play the voice, everyone. Afi is in the race for the 2x multiplier. Oh, actually, he made a mistake. Never mind. I was pressing it too late. It is now between Spam and Tween. Spam with a great identity here. Takes the fastest lap and is in #1 place. Between him and Tween right now for that multiplier. Nice inside approach here by Spam. Tween is somewhere. I don't know. Oh, here he is. Once again, takes a different line here. Is a little bit faster, actually. And this will pay off for Tween right now. Oh, Tween is gone, and well, who is now able to snipe Spam for the 2x here, or will it be the 2x that we are hoping for? Any multiplier will be nice. 2x definitely nice here for Spam. He is 0.2 ahead of his competition. This is the round. He needs to lock it in here. Because, really, you do not get a lot of opportunities like this one. Can he do it? Okay, interesting here. Brand takes a different approach. It is not paying off. We are zooming in on Spam here because this is his round to give away. Takes the slowdown on the checkpoint. All planned. And now we go into the water. Oh no, Brand is coming closer. Oh no, and it is the snipe by Brand. The French player dabs on Spam's grave right now. And he takes over the 2x multiplier. Oh my dear lord, it was so close, but that checkpoint did do the trick here. Oh boy. Damn, that was so incredibly close. But hey, you know, all planned. If you don't get the 2x multiplier, this was all part of the tactic. Spam was a big boy step here. And he is going for the 3x, 4x, or 5x multiplier. You know, the pace is there. The pace is definitely there. I feel like he's still locking it in. I am not scared at all here. It is a little bit unfortunate that Afi is still playing, because he is probably snacking one of those multipliers. But Spam is still definitely one of the favorites here to get one of the others. Ooh, Massa with the mistake, and he really wants a multiplier here to boost up his juicy step of 78 points. Would be very unfortunate if he doesn't get any. Alright, here we go. Scrappy going for the water bounce. Spam going full ham here. Of course, loses a bit of time, but look at that. Just a great line here by Spam. Comes closer to Scrappy. But what about this identity? Inside here by outside by Scrappy, inside by Spam. Oh, Binks overtakes Spam for second place. Scrappy loses grip. Binks is actually equal with Spam right now, and it is a race for the 3x multiplier now. It is between Binks and Spam right now. A 3x is a lot better than a 1x, I can tell you that much. And we are in the race indeed. It is Binks between Spam and the 3x multiplier right now. Oh, but here comes Tween as well. Tween wants a piece of the pie. And he is also in the race. This is a close battle between the three players. The next player behind is half a second behind Spam with the low air time jump. Spam is going full ham. He comes closer to Tween and Binks right now. Oh, this is absolutely nerve-wracking here for the 3x multiplier. Tween, Binks, and Spam. Spam going for the inside approach. Will still fall behind a little bit here to Tween and Binks, but this is the big turn. Can Spam get the speed, or will it be Binks or Tween? It is basically equal between these three players right now, and it is all going down to the identity. Tween makes a mistake. It is between Spam and Binks for the 3x multiplier. Binks is in the lead, and Spam loses grip, and it is all over once again. Binks takes the win, and he will get the 3x multiplier, and Spam still needs to get another race going. This is very tiring mentally as well. So hopefully Spam can still get this going here. We'll have to see. Binks get a nice 80 points. Whew, that's pretty good. He is now second in this step, only behind Granadi with 144. Another 3x multiplier here to be given away. Will it be Spam this time? Like I said already, he has the pace. We have seen him multiple times going really close to that multiplier. And he looks very confident on this one. Just needs that one run to go in his favor. Afi in first place right now. Although that looked like he touched the wall right there. And we don't see him back on our screen. Definitely made that mistake. And now it is in a race between Spam and it looks like Aurel, Pack, and Scrappy are in the lead right now. But once again, Spam is in this race here. His pace is really good on pool slide. And this line by Spam here coming up, going through the water and then drifting is really good. And continues to pay off here for Spam. Pack with a water bounce often loses a bit of time. Oof. And after the jump as well. This left side approach here by Spam, I like it a lot. It is a lot safer than the others, but Spam goes too far inside. And that's going to cost him some speed. There is still hope. Takes the booster. Takes more speed. Comes closer to Pack. Spam's just going full ham here. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Pack is gone. Oh, but he clips. Oof, that's... I don't know. I don't know. Gwen makes a mistake. In a weird series of events, it is still possible. So I am gonna keep the camera on Spam here. Ooh. No, Massa! Massa made a mistake. I was about to say he is in the race for this 3x. But it is not meant to be for Massa here, who gets the boink and loses the time. It is now Scrappy with 63 points on his way to a 3x. And he is on his way to another really good step here for the Belgian player. Can he do it once again? Worker is the only one who is remotely close here. Scrappy can save it! Okay, never mind. Scrappy is not saving it. Worker will be getting 3x with only 25 points here. Gets the 3x. And that's a decent step for him. 75. Definitely getting a lot more points than his steps before. Because Worker before had 60 points. So this is a lot more. No, he had less than 60 points because his 25 was already calculated into that one. Basically doubling his point here with the 3x. This is all planned though because Spam is going for the 4x/5x multiplier. Pull slide. Only 2 multipliers being left to be given away. But these are the big boys. Alright, here we go. Spam has the speed. Spam has the pace. Oh, Tweet makes a mistake, and that means Spam takes over the lead here in the 4x finalist attempt. Can I get a pause champ in the chat? Spam and Afi battling for that 4x multiplier right now, but Spam's position here seems to be a little bit better going over the grass. More exit speed for him, takes over the lead. Here we go. Spam got 40 points in the first 4 maps. He is now on his way to do a 4x multiplier, which would be incredible. Good line by Spam here. Holds on to first place. Let's take a sneak peek here. Afi is very close. To the water we go. I am actually speechless. I'm basically nail-biting here, but Spam loses the grip. Okay, good exit speed here. He's somewhat in the race. He's 1 second behind. It's not looking great, I gotta be honest, but he is somewhat still playing. That my game is cheering for Massa right now, who of course really wants that multiplier. If he gets a 4x or 5x, this is the step of his lifetime. But it is now looking to be Afi though, who is picking up the pace in first place. Scrappy once again in the race as well. We are continuing to look at Spam here, who needs to full send it here to try and catch back up. Although that is of course very hard because everyone is full sending. 0.9 of a second here. I want to see what Spam does here in this upcoming water-bound / not water driving round. Ooh, Muda makes a mistake. He is out. Back. Oh! Spam really pushing it to the limit here. Is already closing in on a couple of players. But will this be enough or will this not be enough? Top 5 here for Spam. Full sending hit here in the identity. It is between Afi and Scrappy. Scrappy right now in first place. But Afi is sending it as well. And it is going to be Scrappy who snipes Afi for the 4x multiplier with, yes, 7 thousandths of a second here. And that is a 62 times 4 for Scrappy here. Ballooning himself up the standings. Easy 248 points here. On the league ranking, Scrappy is now in top 4. And here we go. Can you feel the heartbeat? Because there's only 1 multiplier to be left. Given away the last spot. There's only 1 player who can multiply his points now. Will it be Spam? He is on a good start here. Kappa is a little bit better, but Spam is still in the race. And we have Big Massa. 78 points. If he gets a multiplier, it would be actually ridiculous. Spam on a good start, however. This is looking promising. His 40 points times 5 would be phenomenal here. Pax takes over the lead. Or Pack takes over the lead. Over the dirt we go. Pack's what about line is not that good here. So Spam might be able to go for some overtakes for first place. Ooh, late grip here by Spam. Not the best water slide line here. But definitely decent. Going to the left. What about the identity though? Thomas Cole in the lead. And I am just nail biting once again. Right, Pack wins the first lap, but look at this. It is between Pack, Afi, and Spam right now for the 5x multiplier. Ooh, Afi going for an incredibly low jump, barely makes it, but does make it. Pack with a good drift here, goes for the fight with Afi once again, but Spam has a better approach, has a high amount of speed. Afi going for the dirt line. He will be coming back with an insane amount of speed, but what about this jump? He's going to get a lot of airtime. Ooh, Spam with a little bit of a wonky landing. Spam is now 0.1 behind Afi and Pack here, but is definitely in the race. But Pack and Afi are in a little bit of a better position. Right, what about this line though? This is where Spam really needs to get it going. What? Pack changes his line in the 5x multiplier last round. Oh, but Afi makes a mistake. Spam is on his roll right now. He has the pace. Everyone is going full ham. Is it Spam? Is it Pack? Is it Massa? Who will be getting the 5x multiplier? It is the gang battling with each other, but Spam has the best approach. And Spam is fast. Is it Massa? Is it Spam? It is Massa who takes the 5x multiplier with only 2,000 between him and Spam. Are you actually shitting me right now? Oh my dear lord. Spam almost sniping Massa here for the 5x, but no, it is Massa who takes the win. Oh, it is so incredibly close. Massa wins step 3. And gets the best step. One of the best steps. League ranking. Grenadi first. Massa second. Spam did not get a multiplier here. And that is very unfortunate, man. Oh. If he got that one, that would have been insane. Only 2,000ths of a second. But it was not meant to be. Massa was too strong in the identity. Man, this is going to be a molding session and a half coming up in the interview with Spam, if he even wants to do one. Because I'm sure that his keyboard is broken by now. Friendship ruined. Alright, so that was it for step number 3. My heart is still beating. We have Massa winning the step with an insane amount of points. It doesn't load anymore, sadly, but Massa winning the step here. And here we have the league ranking. Spam still on 12th position with 129. In the triple digit, at least. That's something, I guess. We have Grenadi, who takes over the lead from Afi. We have Massa, who is certainly in second place. We have Afi Aurel and Scrappy, who did really well as well this step. Gets a nice step for himself as well. He is now in 5th. And Aurel, who had an insane step number 1, is now already in 4th. All 3 people already overtaking him. Let's talk to Spam here. Yo, hello Spam. Wow, so 2,000ths of a second between you and that 5x multiplier. Oh boy, yeah. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Let's just keep it short because I'm not in the mood right now.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I think I played good. I definitely deserved more there, but
yeah.
Yeah,
I completely agree with you on that one. This was performance-wise for you a really, like, definitely your best step, and I'd say just a good step overall. Really good on the last map as well, multiple times going for the race, but yeah, especially on that last one is a little bit salty, I guess.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. Terrible. I need to rewatch this because was I ahead? I have no idea.
Now, I think basically going into it, once you, both you and Massa went for the left approach, so you don't jump too high into the checkpoint.
Yeah.
At that point, you were basically equal with each other going into the identity. So, yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was incredibly close.
Oh, man, this is the second time he, quote-unquote, cucks me from the multiplier. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it would definitely be friendship ruined at the end of that one, whichever way it went, I guess. Because if you did get it, Massa would be quite molding as well. So.
Yeah. 2000. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna do the POV thing tonight. I'll do it tomorrow.
Fair enough, I guess.
Oh man. Yeah. That's not it, man. I'll do the map thing tomorrow, POV review, and yeah, whatever. It is what it is, guys.
Yeah, I think we all get it. I mean, you did a good step at least. That's something. It's just a little bit salty that the points are lower than when you had a mediocre step. So I don't know. Feels bad.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not in the mood. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Hope the cast was good, and yeah, my step was okay, I guess. Yeah, this fucking sucks. Depressing Monday is coming back, guys. GG.
It is back indeed. All right, I'll let you go.